Hey everyone, so today we are doing some practice questions based on our last session where we learned how to calculate the squares and square roots. So these are different forms of questions that can come up. So it's basically meaning similar things but worded in a different way. Okay, so let's go through one by one. Okay, so the first one is, so it's very important to understand properly and slowly like what each word means. So 16 is the square of. So 16 is a square. So they're asking 16 is the square of basically what, right? So 16 is a square already. We need to tell what is squared to give 16. So 16 is the square of, so we know it's 4, right? Because we know 4 into 4 is 16. Okay, so the next question is 8 squared is, okay? So if we square 8, so 8 squared, so 8 has to be squared. So it will give 8 into 8, 64. Okay, and then 7 to the power of 7 to the power of 2. So 7 to the power of 2, we know it's 7 squares. So 7 into 7 is 49. So the next is 10 is the square root of. So 10 is the square root. We already know, but we want to find out what number when taken as square root of gives us 10. So square is the opposite of square root, we've learned. So if 10 is the square root, so to find the number, we just need to take the square of 10, that is 10 into 10, 100. So when we take square root of 100, we'll get 10. So the next question is, we have to take a square root of 400. So which number is squared to give us 400? So if we memorize the first 20 numbers squares, so directly we can just say 20. If not, we can use the factor root tree to find the answer and we'll get 20. So we can, to verify if our answer is correct, we can do the square of 20. We get 400. So we know the answer is correct. We can also try to solve for the square root using the factor tree. So we know 400 is an even number, so we can divide it by 2. So 2 into 200. Then 200 again is an even number, so 2 into 100. Then 100 will be 2 into 50, then 50 will be 2 into 25, and then 25 will be 5 into 5. So now we try to look for the pairs. So we get 2 pairs of 2 and 1 pair of 5. So if we try to write, we get 1 pair of 2, 1 pair of 2, and 1 pair of 5. So 2 into 2 is 4, and 4 into 5 is 20. So again, we've just verified that these are just different methods to find the answer, but all of them give the same correct answer, that is 20. So the next question is 17 squares. So we can just directly multiply 17 into 17 and it will give us 289. And the next question is 12 is the square root of. So we know we've got the answer as 12. So square root of a number is 12. It's already given to us. We've learned that square roots are opposite of squares. So when we know the square root, okay, that is 12, we can just do the square of the number. So 12 square is 144. So that gives us the answer. Okay. So we do the square root of 144 and it will give us the answer as 12. So these are just different ways of asking questions of squares and square roots. So it's very important for us to very carefully read every problem, every line if we have been given the square or square root, but eventually it is asking us similar things. We just need to be careful with the words. Okay, so if you have any questions, please feel free to write down in the comments below. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.